Well, the reaction right now in the United States of America is that it's a very somber moment for all of us here. And it's an opportunity for us to reflect on our culture, especially the gun culture here in America. And where do we want to go next with this? I mean, a lot of parents are already feeling the anxiety because they do not know that if they send their children to school, if that would be the last time they see them. It is probably the most difficult thing that a parent has to think of. And a school is supposed to be a safe environment and a safe place for our children, just like if they are at home or even better. However, that is not the same for a lot of families, for a lot of parents, fathers and mothers who are dropping off their kids to school all these past days. And since Sandy Hook happened, a lot of parents have been feeling this anxiety, but now it has been renewed all over again.
Said there that a school is meant to be a safe place for children. It becomes increasingly evident that in America, school is actually one of the most unsafe places for children because these shootings happen time and again. And it's not just about reform. The mood isn't just about reforming the gun laws now. It's about the police response as well, which seems to have been chaotic.
First off, if you look at many schools around the world, you don't see police officers there. In America, metal detectors and police officers are actually stationed in the school. So obviously, you would expect a quick reaction after historically looking at all the mass shootings that has been happening in the United States, even in the past decade. When police officers are stationed in these schools, you expect a quicker reaction. However, in the case of what happened in Texas, that was not the situation. The police didn't respond as fast as they thought that they would. Now, of course, Governor Greg Abbott is saying that he was not informed in detail about the police reaction. That was the latest thing that he just said pretty much yesterday. And so the police have been faulted about their response. But this is beyond the police response when it comes to the issue of shooting in schools and in supermarkets and in public places in America. It has a lot to do with a bipartisan approach towards legislation. For example, I always like to cite this example. If you look at the UK in 1987 and also in 1996 after the mass shootings, there were more weapons that were banned in the country. There were stricter gun laws. Now, America has faced so many challenges in order to achieve that. Now, the National Rifle Association, for example, is spending hundreds of millions of dollars in the Capitol. And then you have especially senators from Texas, like Senator Ted Cruz, that have obviously been using the Second Amendment as a way to block so a lot of legislations that are supposed to ensure better gun control. Now, the argument, obviously, is that even states with stricter gun controls, like Chicago, for example, are seeing a high rate of gun violence. However, what we must understand about America is that each state can set their own regulations and they can have their own criminal laws. But to have it applied in all states across the country, it has to be passed at the federal level. So even if you have a stricter gun control law in your state, I mean, illegal weapons and guns can come from other states into your state. That's another challenge that we are facing. So there is a need for a bipartisan approach in Washington to make this happen across the country.